The Immutability of God, Sermon Number 1, The New Park Street Pulpit, by Charles Haddon Spurgeon. Delivered on Sabbath morning, January 7th, 1855, at New Park Street Chapel, Southwark. I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. It has been said that the proper study of mankind is man. I do not deny the truth of that statement, but I believe it is equally true that the proper study of God's elect is God. The proper study of a Christian is the Godhead. The highest science, the loftiest speculation, the mightiest philosophy that can ever engage the attention of a child of God is the name, the nature, the person, the work, the doings, and the existence of the great God whom he calls his Father. There is something exceedingly improving to the mind in the contemplation of divinity. It is a subject so vast that all our thoughts are lost in its immensity, so deep that our pride is drowned in its infinity. Other subjects we can grasp, and in them we may feel a kind of satisfaction. But when we come to this master science, finding that our plumb line cannot sound its depth, and our eagle eye cannot see its height, we turn away humbled and exclaim, I am but of yesterday and know nothing. Thoughts of God will humble the mind, but also expand it. He who often thinks of God will have a larger mind than the one who only plods around this narrow globe. Nothing will so enlarge the intellect and magnify the soul as a devout, earnest, continued investigation of the great subject of the deity. And while humbling and expanding, the subject is also consoling. In contemplating Christ, there is balm for every wound. In musing on the Father, there is peace for every grief. In reflecting on the Spirit, there is healing for every sore. Would you lose your sorrows? Would you drown your cares? Then plunge yourself in the Godhead's deepest sea. Be lost in his immensity, and you shall come forth refreshed and invigorated. No other subject can so comfort the soul or calm the storms of grief and sorrow. Our subject this morning is the immutability of God. I am Jehovah, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. We will consider 3 points. First, the unchanging God. Second, the people who benefit from this truth. And third, the benefit they receive. First, the immutability of God. I am the Lord, I change not. God does not change in his essence. He is spirit, pure and eternal. All created things change, but God remains everlastingly the same. His essence did not change when he united himself with human nature in Christ. The Godhead was not altered by the Incarnation. The same God who made the heavens was the babe in the manger, the man on the cross, and is still the eternal I Am. God does not change in his attributes. His power is the same as when he spoke the world into existence. His wisdom is the same as when he planned salvation. His justice, truth, and love remain constant. Take any attribute of God and you may write upon it the words, always the same. God does not change in his plans. Men change their schemes because they lack ability, foresight, or strength to carry them out. But God is all-wise and all-powerful. He never begins what he cannot finish. His decrees stand and cannot be altered. God does not change in his promises. If his promises could fail, the scriptures would be useless. But every promise is sure, sealed by his oath. If you find them less sweet, the change is not in the promise, but in yourself. Rest on them, for they are rocks of certainty. God does not change in his threatenings. Just as surely as his promises will be fulfilled, so will his warnings. He that believeth not shall be damned. This will not change, not in time nor in eternity. After 1,000 or 1,000,000 years, the word will still stand. God does not change in the objects of his love. Those he has loved, he loves forever. If one saint could perish, then all could, and the gospel promise would fail. But his love is everlasting. Second, who are the people that benefit from this unchanging God? They are called the sons of Jacob. Who are they? First, they are God's elect, chosen before the foundation of the world. Second, they are those with peculiar rights and titles as children of God. Third, they are those who have experienced peculiar manifestations of God's presence, like Jacob at Bethel and Peniel. Fourth, they are those who endure peculiar trials, as Jacob did throughout his troubled life. And fifth, they are those with peculiar character marked by faith and prayer. Third, what benefit do they receive? Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. If God were changeable, his people would have been consumed long ago. We might have been consumed in hell, but his unchanging love spared us. We might have been consumed in this life by sin, temptation, Satan, or God's anger, but he has preserved us. His love remains constant.